Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Let me put the music on. And I'm just actually sipping a new, basically, kind of like French press of coffee. So this is going to be tarot I'll be using today. This is completely brand new, so it's going to be the fresh reading, and then Housewives tarot. So in the meantime, I'm going to give you the music, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Join us, baby girl. Hi, Sophie. You wanna join us? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Rengen. Hello, China. Hello, Mary. Hello, Crystal, Sandy, Barbie. Hello, hello, hello. So, Sophie is actually here. I wonder if she's going to come. You wanna come and join us? You wanna come and join us? Hello. Hello, girl. Hello, girl. Hey, pretty girl. Yeah, Jamie here. Hello from Savvy to everybody. Hello, hello. You see, like, I mean, she's comfortable coming to the living room, even though Tiger is in his crate. Lati was amazing, helping me kind of like go through that initial phase. I thought I would go nuts. He is like extremely active. I got myself one of the most active dogs. So now it's really difficult because it's very, very cold in Toronto. It is, I think, feels like -20, which is like 10 Fahrenheit. So very, very cold. Hello, Nat the cat from Canada. So Mary, we do not come with individual answers over here. So if you want a reading with me, please go to catero.ca, and that's where, you know, it's the best, because it's really not fair. General reading can resonate, so stick around, but it could be bits and pieces as well. So look at Jennifer, 37 years in the making. That's a lovely way to put it. Okay, so I'm using Housewives tarot. We didn't do it in a while. I love the packaging. It feels like recipes. And this is a Czech outer muha, or mucha. I would be pronounced in English, in Czech muha, which means fly. It's an artist. He's a Cancer, so he's probably very, very dreamy kind of a thing. So since it's a new deck, I'll read it upright to get general messages, and this is going to be for the general part, and then we are going to do the fun part with the housewives. And guess what? Happy birthday to Aquarians! Happy birthday to everybody who already had it and who is going to experience it in this week. So we are starting with the air. In the air tonight, we are going to be doing the air for the next month. So Aqua rules, and today Tiger is exactly 3 months old. So lots of things to celebrate. It's always good to look things that can be celebrated. There he goes, Lars. I see you right now. Pisces from Faroe Island. Really, really cute. Guys, if you don't know the Faroe Island, Google it so you can see it. Like it's a really place in the middle of nowhere, but it's a Denmark, so you know. And it's good kind of like to learn a little bit of geography. Well, my birthday is February 15th, so still on the other side of Aquarius. Safi is the first. She's like February 5th. I think she's February 5th. Oh my goodness, what was I'm forgetting Safi's birthday. It's like, it's not 6th. I think it's 5th or even 4th. I know that she's a number 4. And I think it was February 2013. So she's going to be 6 years old. Imagine that. So let me grab my coffee over here before we start. And Sally, you have a company, but that's okay. Hopefully we can check up with you later. So let me just get my coffee and I can show you. I like my coffee to be a little bit more steeped. So no rush on this one. Okay, and a little bit of cream. How's everybody, guys? Are you cold where you are? What are you doing? What do you usually do on your mornings before you join Cat Tarot Live? It looks so fun to have this morning coffee with you guys. Really is. Okay, I'm back. So, air. Let's see the air. Let's see to make a little bit more room over here. All right, my coffee with butter and salt, or this is actually just a regular coffee. I already had like my bulletproof coffee. I guess Lars is probably on my newsletter list. If you guys didn't, if you're not on the list, grab it. If you want to get kind of like quirky suggestions. I am a planner part of me, but the other part is like very quirky. So every Wednesday around this time I send a newsletter which kind of like features different topics. This is more like from my coaching background, but it can talk about some useful steps 1 to 3. So I was introducing things I love and I don't love. So last newsletter was newsflash, cat doesn't like tomatoes. How's that? I actually like them in Europe. I don't like them here in North America. So let me clarify that. Good morning. There you go, Kylie. My bottled coffee. It's like so good, guys. It feels like latte, except it has 500 calories. So keep that in mind. It can affect your waistline. So. Lottie's here. Good morning, Lottie. She's my hero. She pulled me together when I was falling apart. Oh my God, the whole world. And the dog, and my dad, and the neighbors. So, got one of those things. So let's see. Air for this period. We are going into February at the end of the week. It's going to be awesome. And guess what? Tomorrow, Cat Tarot is at 2 years old. I just can't believe it was 2 years. And it was a huge process for me. In these 2 years, I had to grow. I had to learn how to connect with people. I'm generally hands-off person. And this really was eye-opening experience, and it's like I cannot tell you how much it returned my faith in humanity, that doing this job, that people are so lovely, like what you see on television and, you know, dog eat dog world. I mean, look at you guys. It is just like amazing. We can change the world, right? So there you go. There you go. Temperance said hi to everybody. She cannot be here today. She also has a family over. So just like so everybody knows that she basically had us in her thoughts. So air. air. I love Saturday morning. We should call it Saturday. We should name this weekly to Saturday. Like chat with Saturday or something. I know Lati's going to come up with something. Or you can, guys, go ahead. Give me a title, so kind of like rename it. So let's do it. Air. We are getting something. Ooh, we are getting 4 of Wands. How do you guys love this deck? It's Art Deco. I love Art Deco. I would never decorate my apartment in Art Deco because I think it's too frilly. I kind of like more straight lines, but then I like lots of pillows to kind of like break it. But I love the art. Ooh, we are getting the Knight of Wands as well. What is it with the Wands? So I guess air is active. Air is calling everybody. It's my birthday. Let's do the stuff. Air doesn't fish for compliments or for, unless you have Libra in you, which I do. So compliments are always welcome, just to let you know. But air is more like, hey, let's get together. Let's do something. You know, that kind of like things. And there we go. We have the third. Ooh, we have Ace of Swords. We have a Karma card. So there's like something going. You see, most people are craving the summer. Summer is like, oh my gosh, I want to do stuff. I want to do this with kind of air. Like, especially the air, Aquarians, like I'm in transition right now. But all air reacts this way. We kind of like these transitions. The winter really gets to us. And when I see this card, this is a card of victory. This is a card of something new is going, something forward is going. This is also very, very fast. This and Chariot are two fastest cards. And look at that. Something fast evolving. So almost like feels like, you know, like when you're like, when you watch these Olympics and you see these people with their behind down, ready, set, ready, or whatever it is, go! That's kind of how it's going to look like this week. It's going to be an awesome energy, doing something, becoming better us, going this direction. And wink, wink, it might be somebody showing up. I really see fire, and the fire definitely means fire and passion. In particular, for those of you, and look at that volcano over here in this cards, is this eruption. So, is it going to be some passion, or is it going to be maybe Sagittarius coming in? Generally talks about it. I'm kind of like really feeling this more of some kind of activity, and sort of like Aquarians get stuck in the rut, and also the other air signs when. And this is Aquarian transition, so even for all air, this transition is going to have a very much Aquarian flavor, right? Just like Aquarians going through Gemini or Libra become a kind of like different things. So just like think of air signs like House of Mirrors. And when they get another air sign, it's like, ooh, that's awesome. Let me try those shoes, kind of a thing, right? So this kind of like means moving forward, victory, soaring, excelling. You know, if you guys trying to get a new job, go for it. Like, it's a good time to seed. And that's another thing. Oracle messages are going to be available only for the newsletter subscribers. They got the Oracle messages for this week. I guess I can be nice and I can give you a link over here. I might do it for a few more weeks until all people sign up for the Oracle messages. Give me a second. Because this week is going to be awesome. The messaging was woo, oh la la kind of a thing. Let me find this for a second. Hey Sophie. Hello Sophie, wanna come? Wanna come? Wanna come? Wanna come? Ah, you good girl. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. Hello, hi Heb. So there you go. Guys, you can see it, but in the bottom in the description, please join the newsletter. And yeah, you put your behind right in my nose. Isn't that lovely? So guys, sign up, and you know, it's an obligation. You're not paying anything for it, and I am not going to terrorize you more than once a week. And I'm wondering if this is too much, but we will see. So Aquarius, you're first. You are first. You're first. I'm only awake because my cat woke me up. Well, that's kind of like how it works. Aquarius. And a Three of Swords, but is reversed. Why? Why is this coming out? Honestly, I really feel this is a birthday cake, and generally this card does talk about rejection. I'm not going to lie to you, and it kind of feels broken-hearted. I'm wondering if Aquarians are thinking, well, I wish I'm here with somebody, and that somebody is not here. But I really think that's going to change because of this Ace of Swords. Just to let you know, if you go down the memory lane or looping, or somebody's doing this kind of like things, remember, maybe it wasn't good for you in the first place, just like as it's basically seen over here, right? Remember, it was reversed. Remember, you're going to see through it. You're going to realize rejection is God's protection. And we have the swords again, so we're going from 3 to 4, so there's like the evolution. So you know what they say when people give you lemons, make a lemonade. And look at this King of Pentacles. That is like assurance, things will be good. Oh, there's a tiger over here. This is, guys, really, really good. This is like moving away from some bad experiences and realizing, you know what, life is really, really short. I really have to do something with it. I really have to start moving forward. And this is like acknowledging comforts that we really want to see. This is really acknowledging, hey, you know what? I mean, why would I hesitate doing certain things when I don't know if I'm going to get a second chance or third chance or fourth chance for what it matters, right? Here in Four of Swords, and this is really good rendition, it generally talks about taking a space for yourself. So Aquarians are going to be very reserved toward who they let in their work, in their world in this particular week, even though it's a birthday time. Look, it's 11/11. I'm seeing, and Aquarius is the 11th sign. And what day altogether it is? Like this is like 3, 4, and 8. It is like days 12. So it's kind of creative day. So Four of Swords talks about maybe pampering. Maybe it's going to be, hey, you know what? It's my birthday. I want to not only look, but I want to feel my best. She's like doing yoga, and I don't know if you can see it here. It's kind of like that beaming thing, preparing. Like, oh, I love these cucumbers on my eyes. I don't know about you guys. Also, my mom taught me when you peel the skin off a cucumber, and here nobody even bothers peeling, put it on your face. It really moisturizes it really well. Well, tips, everything can be used. So definitely, maybe this pampering means spending time on your own, but also, I really think that there is like preparation of somebody coming in your life, and if you already have somebody in your life that is going to become serious, that is going to become and go on the next level, maybe certain things that was a no-go, maybe you had the talk and the talk was no, I don't want to be serious, I don't even want to be, you know, well, like I mean mano a mano, one-on-one kind of a thing. But right now that's going to actually change. Like, it's going to change because of some kind of comfort. And Aquarians really need to feel this in a relationship in order to actually go forward. Even if they want desperately to be with someone, they sometimes like want to get it because they're really goal oriented, right? But at the same time, they don't stay if these things are not like, I mean, representing comfort like this. So let me have a sip, Aquarians. And hello, Dean. We see Dean, we see Lars. We have male energy. You guys, you need to invite other male guys. We want equality, and equality means, hey, come in, kind of like a thing. You see? Okay, let's see. Honesty. Why is honesty over here? Look, it's the mirror. It's not coming out and fessing up or something. And I really think this has to do something with this King of Pentacles. Maybe there was something where you where we felt blockage, and that blockage was not really helping us resolve certain things or move forward. And now we're actually moving forward big times, and we really totally have this new definition of how we really want to move forward. So this is actually all really, really good. So it's Doris' birthday. Happy birthday to you. That is like so really nice. Hello, Brooklyn. Good to see you. Lati, sorry I didn't even ask. I hope you're talking to the other mods and you put somebody in charge. As for the reading that I give to the mods, because they're not allowed to give to the other mods, and we know why, so I decide every 2 weeks somebody gets it, and this time it's going to be Dean. So Dean, please submit your thingy. I'm going to give you the link. Here is going to be cattarot.ca contest. Almost said conquest. I don't look a bit interesting, Freudian slip. So, who is after Aquarius? Gemini. Gemini. Bring cute single friends and tell them this is the best looking kind of like collection of women who are extraordinary nice. So kind of like brains and beauty. You just cannot go wrong. All right. So. Gemini. Woo, 8 of Cups. Of course, Gemini. Like, when you get abundance of people coming and chasing you in celebration, you go, okay, now I got it. Like, what the heck do I now? Like, do I really want it? It's kind of like that perpetual confusion, right? Let me see. Let's see what else I get for you, Gemini. Gemini. Hello, Sophie. Ooh, Queen of Wands. And Matrix is there. Like now, like when Tiger is in the crate, they're ruling the roost. They're back here, and the pheromones that I got for kitties are working. Obviously, you can see they're not overly nervous. So, 8 of Cups and Queen of Wands. It almost looks like, very much like Aquarius, that you are not necessarily unhappy in your situation, but you feel that you can do better. Maybe you're dating somebody and you feel, it's not that I want to put you down, but, I'm a catch. And it usually goes through my head when somebody's like arrogant or somebody's like pretending to be this way. It's just like all of a sudden they bring my attention to it. Like, why am I really even, spending some time with you, and you're such a loss of time, right? And it kind of like usually when it comes to it, where you kind of like are tracing back your steps and you're wondering like, where did I lose that loving feeling kind of a thing in this kind of like process over here, right? So Queen of Wands is like that lovely thing. I rule. Look at that. You can totally see her like the queen of her house, and she knows what she wants. Like it's kind of like obviously action. Well, the broom can also be a transportation mode, and maybe Geminis might be accused to be a witch, or the same word with be. I'm going to care, because you're going to be doing exactly what you want to do. This almost like sounds to me that is going to be dating, but that you might, if you allow other people to come in your life, again, guys, yes, somebody might be coming, but if you're sitting at home locked up, like air signs sometimes do, yeah, it's very, really hard, because then you have to wait for this prince to come and knock on your door. And even at that point, you can check the shoes, you can check everything, except, I don't know, I think I'm going to go back to my music, right? Kind of a thing. A Queen of Wands actually doesn't want to do it. So Geminis are going to be busy. So if you guys are dating, you're clearly going to be eliminating anybody who is not on par with you. It's going to be such a big clarity. Hey, I really had a fun date, but we're in different spaces right now. So, let's be friends, but I gotta move on. Kind of a thing, and it's not going to even bother you at all, because that card here that is connecting is like extremely powerful. So let's see your angel message. Oh, Dean, you should talk to Have about that. Like, Vedic, so Dean brought a really, really good point, but let me finish Gemini first. It's intention. So you guys, this is intention, but this is intention with victory. So intention is about setting your progress. So when is a new moon? So we just had a full moon on the 21st, so it's about 2 weeks. So I really think when the new moon starts, when you write this new list of things that we want to do, intention is a great thing to do. So maybe you're mulling it over, because she obviously has these 8 cups. They're all full of coffee, and silly her, she doesn't want to drink this coffee. So she's thinking, I really need to go out and I need to get the Starbucks. So she's not settling for what she has, or she's at least saying, look, I have to try everything that is out there and then make my mind up, kind of a thing. Why am I kind of like settling over here? So there's like this intention. I need to find what is good for me. I need to go in that direction. This one is called Muha Tarot. It is Art Deco. Yes, absolutely, it is Art Deco. Maybe I should leave it here so people can see it, which decks I'm using. Not all the decks have such a beautiful covering, but this one does. Okay, just lift it up so you can see it. And now we have Libras. Let's see what we get for Libras. Sip of coffee. Hi, Amp. Nice to see you, lady. Nice to see you. Libras. Who is Libra here? Look at Kylie's moon in Libra. Libra is my ascendant. I think Dean has Libra ascendant as well. Ooh, you guys got quite a few things. The Magician, 7 of Swords, and 2 of Cups. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I looked, but I've seen this Wheel of Fortune, which is yet another karma card. So my dear Libra, I don't know why the 7 of Swords is here. Maybe it's simply getting together with the girls and gossiping, because somebody might be showing up and somebody might look like a great and shiny object, right? So it is really weird, because it is like saying that you need to be careful. It is like saying that 7 of Swords is get references, you know. And yeah, people don't come. Wouldn't be great if the partner comes with references? You can make just few calls and see if those references are sort of like paid for references or the real ones. That would be lovely. But obviously talks about some kind of like talking, some kind of like understanding, and some maybe harshness, or maybe it just simply is going to be, okay, what is mine is mine, what is yours. We first need to work on this before we get on the kind of like different kind of like thing. However, I do have to say, when Magician comes up, right, this is a really, really positive kind of like a thing. That means everything that you have, maybe a little bit scorn, and maybe kind of a little bit hesitant in moving forward, especially really comes forward like that. You might meet somebody who is Gemini, or somebody who has like that quick wit, kind of like fun, and they can turn everything around. It might be very hard to follow this person if you're anybody else, and maybe you need to kind of like consider the source. Maybe you're hearing something about somebody, but ultimately the decision is, you know what, let me do it myself, even if this means that something will happen. But we're going to say, I'm a smarty pants and I hear what you're saying. I'm going to pay attention to that, but I also want to see for myself about that, unless, you know, something really, really bad happened, in which case you might just like simply say, okay, to this buddy, let's talk about it. For those of you who are not looking for a relationship, this simply means that it can be a mixed week. It can be very productive. You will be able to do things. You'll be able to go places. It's going to be a very active week. But you're also going to find that certain things will not go in your favor. That something is going to be like Jack in the Box, really surprise you in a kind of like unpleasant way. But by the end of the week, it's going to feel that kind of like pleasantness and unity, and things are back in order, which is really, really good. So that is really, really good. So. And I did say today I'm going to address Vedic. So let me see what you guys are getting. Ooh, sisterhood and brotherhood. Like, what? Are you rubbing off an Aquarian kind of like a thing? because that really feels unity. And that actually can even talk about this card, even though this is a soulmate card. As you can see, both of them are sort of like along the same lines. Sisterhood and brotherhood is really looking at the bigger picture. For those of you who are looking for a job, you might land it this week, or either get it literally, or you might send your resume or CV and it's going to be successful. So make sure that you don't have grammar mistakes or anything like that. A very active week for all air signs. So again, happy birthday to Aquarians, and let's move forward. So who is next, guys? Who do we do next? Who do we do next? Who do we do next? Oh my gosh, Lars, from the very beginning. I think Dean was like also from the very beginning as well. So let me address what Dean brought up. And that should be probably, that should be a conversation we should have. I should invite these guys. I have to really figure out how to do this conferencing, because when you kind of have these people over a call, you cannot nod each other when you stop the conversation. So I don't want everybody to talk over everybody. But let me have a sip first. I really have this Google Sky app, and you just have to point it at the sky and it kind of like tells you all the planets are over there, right? So it's really interesting to see it during the full moon, because of course you want to see which other planets are influencing, and during any eclipse and any transition. However, the very first time I saw it, as I was following Western astrology, I was like shocked. Well, wait a minute, like what is this? It's eclipses in Leo and I'm seeing it here in Virgo. Like, what's going on? And you're hearing Tiger, right? So I was like, I really have to kind of like acknowledge this. I don't know, like if he needs to go, or this is just, if this is just a sign. I need to check. So I realized that Vedic is actually really showing me what I see in the sky, and it doesn't have this modification. However, when I check my signs, and I think my ascendant is Virgo, it doesn't give me much of the change, because I have lots of Virgo in my chart as well, so it's kind of hard for me to tell. So let me check my baby to see what's going on. I'll be back with you guys in a second. Hey girl. Hi girl. What? You want to sleep? You want to sleep? What, mister? Come. 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 Come, come. Come, boy. Come, boy. I don't know how this would work, and Lottie would go, no, put him back in the crate. But look who's here. Look who's here. Look. Look who's here. Hi, Puppy Pup. Hi, Puppy Pup. Yes, I am 3 months old today. Cats accepted him. They're still not playing, but I really think this is a mix between rough collie and border collie. So it's going to be, he's going to be lots of work. Are you okay being here? Are you okay? Are you okay? Huh? Huh? Yes. What's up? What's up? You wanna play? You wanna play? Or you wanna stay on the table? Wanna say something? You're such well-behaved puppy. Well-behaved puppy, huh? You're such a good boy. In a few days, he learned sit and stay, and well, to some extent, quiet and speak. What else did he learn? We are working on give me a paw, kind of a thing. So there we go. Yeah, I'll keep spoiling, you know. Hey. So what do you think? Do you like Tiger? Huh? Tiger, look at that. You're like, I mean, on the show. You're on the show, your first show. So he has Lassie, yes, because a rough collie is Lassie, right? So it looks like he has a rough collie looks. He's going to look like Lassie, given that he has the big paws. He might even be a Lassie size, even though the breeder told me he's going to be a mid-sized dog, which I would prefer. But hey, it looks like he's going to be a big dog. Okay. Oh yeah, and he has a last name, and his last name is Three of Wands. And the reason why it's a Three of Wands is like he found a deck of cards, he grabbed a Three of Wands, and he shredded in tiny little pieces. So hence he has now the name. So who is next? Who is next? Who is next? I hope so. You know, I hope so. He might be a really big one, up to, I think the rough collies can be up to 90 pounds. And I was looking for a 40-pound dog, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, the miniature is called Sheltie, but they don't have the same temperament. It looks like he's showing temperament from of a border collie. Very, very smart. And looks, good looks from rough collie. So let's go with, look, I'm having a fire, and earth, and fire, and fire. It's going to be fire. Let's go with fire. Fire, 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 fire. Ooh, we're having a Leo jumping out over here. And then 10 of Swords. And they're both 10s. Why? Let me grab one more. It's kind of like really 10 of Swords. And you got quite a few cards over here. It's okay. It's going to give me a little bit more. So you're having the Sun. You're having a 10 of Swords. Look at here. It's like, I didn't have enough swords in you. Let me grab one more. But also, if you want to be positive, maybe somebody's like pulling these swords out and trying to actually save him, because otherwise it could be like some master revenge. And then what we have the Four of Swords. We have Queen of Wands, which is you guys, but you also have a Queen of Swords. It's going to be some kind of gathering week, I guess. Nine of Pentacles, Lovers, and Three of Wands, which is Tiger's last name. It's going to be a whole spectrum of activity, guys, with you. It's almost like you're going to be stepping back in order to see a bigger perspective, in order to know in which direction to go, in order to know what doesn't work. I really feel I see both. I see that it's going to be this week where you enjoy the bounty, where you enjoy everything that you have worked for, that you have accomplished. And it doesn't matter if this is only 10 cents that you can invest or 10 millions over here, because then ultimately you're getting this card of ships, right? Friendships and relationships. But you're also going to have a part of a week where you're going to be a little bit taken by somebody's behavior, and that actually could be a child, that could be a member of a family, and you're not going to be very reactive. You're going to feel that it's something tricky. No, he's eating the table. But you're going to also kind of like going to be one of the situations, oh, you know what, forget it. You are that way. I have said my piece so many times. You keep doing the same thing. And this is Tiger, not me, who's sleeping right here and moving everything. And I said everything. I'm not interested. I don't care. I don't want to go in that direction anymore. Kind of like that's what I'm picking up, right? So this is like 23, 24. Because ultimately this is all about, what do I want? What do I love? What do I care about? Who do I care about? And who cares about me? With whom things are workable? Because look at that kind of like flame over here. This is like such a lovely rendition of, and this is Tiger, courtesy of Tiger, helping and moving cameras. Isn't this lovely? I have a cameraman over here in the house. So it's going to be a sort of a dip, that you're going to have something happen to you, and maybe you'll really feel this person is backstabbing you, and I specifically see that as a possible work situation or family situation. and you're going to really quickly land on your feet. You're going to have possibly another person who is going to kind of like straighten you out and tell you, you know, how they see it from the outside, and you go, oh yeah, you see, I was like too involved in the situation and I really didn't see that, and now I do, right? Because look at all these kind of like fire that I'm seeing. So it's starting with a big bang, it's ending up with a big bang, but in the meantime it is actually pretty good from what I see. So let's see the individual ones. Let's go with Sagittarians first. Oops. 2 of Swords and 4 of Swords. They're all reversed. Okay, so let's all put them up. 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords. So you guys really feel affected. You feel that you're under some kind of scrutiny. You will probably feel very emotional, and somehow you're going to feel the world is against you. They don't want to kind of like see your ways. They don't kind of like want to deal with you. The truth here is, hey, you know, maybe take this week to just like be on your own, to really feel, you know, what you feel. Like it almost looks like you're spinning the wheels and this keeps calling you to kind of like address certain things. You're supposed to make some kind of decision. You're supposed to kind of do it, but it almost like sounds to me you're avoiding something. You are trying not to kind of like go toward where you need to go, where you know you need to go, right? This team building, that kind of like merging of the two people who need to kind of like work together is lacking, and maybe somebody is waiting, maybe somebody is emotional around you and waiting for you to really say, okay, you know, we can cut this, I'm going to cut it this way. Otherwise you're staying and denying certain things to yourself. I really do see here you guys avoiding responsibilities over here, and that kind of like is a little bit of a concern, because this 4 of you see, there's like 4 of Swords is repeating over here. So this is not so much about pampering. It is rather, look, you know, maybe you have hard time focusing, because I definitely see 2 things. Some of you are really concerned about the relationship you're in and really wondering where this is going to go. You feel backstabbed. Maybe they feel backstabbed. It's kind of like emotional component over here. But when this King of Cups is here, and now you cannot see everything, then it comes to my angry unicorn. This King of Cups is like, and this could be you, it could be them. Oh, it's, everything is nice and I love you, honey, da, da, da. And then the moment, you know, when they say to you, like, you're seeing that, oh, I don't know, so not so much, like, I mean, they have this extra personality and maybe they cannot keep their mouth shut, like this unicorn over here, right? So keep that in perspective, keep that in mind. And can you play with the ball? Green ball. You know, there was a collie that learned 1,000 words, so that's my goal with Tiger. Go and get green ball. So let me see the angel card for you. Angel card with you. Angel card with you. Angel card for you. Forgiveness. Huh. Who needs to be forgiven? Who needs to go in that direction? Maybe you need to ask for forgiveness, or you need to give forgiveness, because that something happened here. Clearly this could be connecting to the children, it could be connecting to the family over here. I see 2 women, so especially if you're a man, that could be 2 women at play, not knowing what to do. Like, I mean, you're going, oh, I want to be on my own, or I want to be with somebody. You're all over the place over here. So meditation, really being on your own, is going to be really the best kind of like way to go this particular week. It's only a week, guys. It will survive, right? What do I do next? Aries. This wants to come out. Aries, you have Ace of Wands reversed and Page of Swords. So Ace of Wands even though like this is gonna like tickle me silly, almost like came word to me, even though it came reversed, I really feel that you're cutting something from the past. You're cutting something that you really wanted to grow. At this stage you're feeling, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm just being stupid to even expect this, because you guys have this like really almost like forceful personality. You really, when you go, and you just don't like go stay. Like, I mean, what I'm doing to puppy, like, you get really frustrated. So at this stage you're saying, let me freaking cut off. You don't want it, fine, kind of a thing, you know. And it was really something that you really wanted to give your time, your effort, your place. And you see in this reaction, like when somebody backstabs you, you're going to, thanks, goodbye. It's going to be really like executive decision. In your case, it's going to just like lift the burden off your shoulders, and it almost looks like for some of you it's going to be even a partner. You're cutting somebody off. You might be going into something else. Maybe you need to make a decision between the two people, but it looks like you'll be getting kind of the direction, like maybe this person is more to be a friend, to have a role of a friend in my life, and this person, yeah, I really want to explore more, because the Lover's card here is very, very important. But also you're going to feel very comfortable with this like newfound situation. If you're single, then it looks like it's a good opening, it's a good week. You need to know that you still have some baggage. Nobody likes baggage. So if you're walking in a relationship with your baggage and they're walking in a relationship with their baggage, eventually this baggage is going to be opened, right? And you'll have to deal with a whole bunch of crap. So why not you work on yours? So if they come with their own baggage, you can just say, look, honey, this is your stuff, you need to wash your own stuff, and then we can continue, kind of a thing. Page of Swords really talks about almost being blunt. Hello, you're Aries, of course, right? And saying what you want and saying how you want it. This is going to be a look, you know, I'm sorry, because this kind of continuation over here, I'm not doing this anymore, thank you for participating, bye. It's going to be just like that. Somebody's going to be very, very surprised, and you're going to land on your feet, of course. Soul, spirit, future, you're getting this vision. You're totally, like, I mean, reclaiming who you are. You're totally going in a new direction and how you're doing that. So yeah, very positive, you know. I talked to my brother and talk about dad and his dementia behavior. He goes, how can you even do that? He goes, I don't have patience for that. Like, I mean, somebody behaves that way toward me, I am gone. And he's literally, like, I mean, not even taking this big picture in account, that this is the brain and everything. This is it, good or bad, for him is good, and that's, I guess, what kind of like matters in this situation. So another sip. So, oh, Miriam, who is Miriam? Which Miriam? What did I miss? I don't remember that name. See nothing. Maybe I missed. I'm not in a conversation. I cannot see anything grabbing here. So apologies for me not really looking at the conversation. I just like pick it up here and there. Oh, Torium Love is here. Hello. Okay. So who is next? Leo. Oh, my Miriam is flying. I didn't see your stuff, but have a great trip, sweetie. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Actually, Miriam, I think, is the only person that met me in person. And that's because she's from Toronto. And she's also my coaching client. Just, psst, I shouldn't say that, but hey, I hope she's not going to mind. So we have 5 of Wands. What else do we have for Leo? Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness. Hey, are you going to be flirting on that air flight? Look at that. Like, I mean, I love this rendition of 5 of Wands. It's generally talking about boundaries, but over here is like talking about more or less perceptions and priorities, and kind of like putting things in order, being very happy about things that there really are. And Knight of Cups is that, let's open a bubbly, and look at her with the rose. So maybe you guys, giving that also this all relates to you, you had something in the past that has happened, because Leo clearly showed up over here. Somebody that maybe betrayed you, somebody that you felt really bad about it. Maybe you needed some kind of like space for yourself, because Four of Swords can really talk about that. But maybe some of you went like into that protective box, as I call it, and in that protective box you're staying until you're ready to open your wings. Guess what? You're ready to open your wings. This is going to be really nice and soothing. This person, not necessarily serious, but it's fun. Like, you know, sometimes even sitting next to somebody in the airplane or on the bus who says things, hey, you have such a nice smile, or you have like this nice chatting conversation, can really make your day. And that's kind of like a Knight of Cups over here, something really, really lovely. And it's something really romantic. Many people love this Knight of Cups. I'm not sure this is a perfect partner for you, but we all start a relationship in that fashion. So yeah, keep an open mind. For those of you who are in a relationship, you're going to have some nice romantic moments, and it might be something really special. I don't know, like, I mean, what's going on. Could be even some gifts over here in the situation. So guys, pay specific attention to, oh my goodness, you have quite a bit. You have a fire, you have air, and you have water. So I don't see that many pentacles though. But these other three groupations, it can be really important for you. But it's going to still feel like water, because water has like gentle and romantic approach, and I really think that's kind of like something soothing that you need. And the card is love. So guys, you need to be loved to attract love, to attract the real love. Not, you know, we all kind of damaged to some extent. Of course, the moment when you live the second day on this planet, you're damaged. Like the smog is out there, we eat food that is like manufactured, like everything is wrong, really, when you think about it, right? But at the same time, instead of like having this like big kind of like bundle of the bad experiences, we can also create this like big bundle of good experiences. So every single thing good is going to sort of like neutralize everything bad. So that's kind of like a really good thing about that over here. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Leo. I know, like, it looks like it's a flirty week. So no wonder, like, we're going into February, and February is kind of like, I know Aquarius is kind of like sign of friendship, but Valentine's, after all, guys, you have to remember, is in the sign of Aquarius. And I think it was after the priest who was kind of like trying to harbor young lovers and save them from arranged marriages or whatever. They were not from the same class. So it's kind of like really lovely story behind, right? Okay, so what is he doing? He's like still working on his green ball. Is this amazing? Yeah, that's what's happening. So we everything. So who is next? Am I having any over here people who are advocating for the certain group, or I'm going to just pick something? So we have earth and we have water. So earth was last time first, and it was first for the last one. Let's go with water. Take care. Now the cat, please guys, give me thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Order your annual tarot scopes. You see, I fixed that screen from the last time. I don't know what happened, but this is actually better. I did manage to claim a little bit more of a screen. I still didn't manage to get it all. So, but it's giving me opportunity to send you these messages. So, water. Yes, he is a little cameraman. Camera pup. Hi, mister. Oh, he has these big brown eyes. When I saw him, it was like his brother. He was like much smaller, which I knew was going to be a smaller dog. But this face, it was, so what? Just like water like that? Just like, can't read this kind of a thing. So we have Page of Pentacles. Ooh, Three of Swords. Ten of Wands. Page of Cups. Eight of Swords and Temperance. What in the world is going on over here? It's like, I want to go out. No, I don't want to go out. I want to go. No, I don't want. I want. Are you guys a puppy? Kind of like, it's weird, because it's going to be so changeable. You're going to feel like really kind of like shaken, like in this particular period. There's like a sense of rejection, or somebody's keeping some kind of secrets, and you're feeling, I need to know, I have to figure it out. And then you kind of like get it opening, and you're kind of like going in a certain direction, and all of a sudden like you feel fear. When I see air for water, this is really not a good thing. And look at this Three of Swords. She's actually, poor thing, crying. And this actually can also, we have the Pentacles. This could be like something that is relating to your school, to your work, that kind of stuff that is kind of like you're getting disturbed, maybe with things that are going in the background. It's interestingly enough, this is 13, which is a Scorpio's card. And Scorpio is, and this noise is all, tigers, just to let you know, as long as he's not barking. So Scorpio is the death and transformation thing. You maybe got stuck in a situation, in a dark room, and it is really time to walk out. It is really time to celebrate, right? And he has this whole bunch of lotus flowers all over him, which is the equivalent of rose in the Western civilization. So this is really talking about, hey, look at this, pumping this fist and feeling, and this is really important for water, because you guys want to feel free to love again or to start again, right? And then you claim this and look at this water and emotion coming through it, and then again you get stuck. It's kind of like, it's going to be teeter-totter. I'm not going to lie to you. Teeter-totter going everywhere, right? But then we have like this 14. Thanks, Dean, the Chariots. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. So 8 and 14 is 20. Am I 20? Oh my gosh, my brain doesn't work. Why am I not able? 22, right? That's what I thought. And then I started 21. Oh my gosh, my math, and I have a degree in math. That's embarrassing. So this is master number, which goes back to my newsletter, guys. I think I did put a link. I'm going to do it again. That was him banging his head in a wall, in the table. So it is the week number 22, which I think is going to be highly resonating with you, water. So check it out. The Temperance card in the end, 14, is really talking about, okay, you know what, you're maybe going through these adjustments back and forth, but this force is universal. The force is taking you and guiding you towards something that has to happen. And it's kind of like getting a puppy to go out, getting a puppy to, hey, puppy, you're going to disconnect this camera. He's now trying to pull the plug. We know who's the boss here. He wants to be the boss, right? So like Lati said, don't let him. So sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. He is like handful. So let's see individual signs. So who do I start with first? Let's go with Pisces. Pisces. I'll show Tiger that I'm Leo. I have a moon in Leo, so I'm going to charm him with things. I mean, he has this exuberant energy. So Pisces, look at that. Oh my gosh, she's propelled on these like wands that people are building and doing stuff, and she feels on the top of the world over here. Yes, Tiger is a Scorpio. He's October 26th, so he's going to have that all or nothing energy in him, as you can hear, right? So it is really, really amazing. You guys have wands. You guys are going to actually feel good this whole week, in spite of this kind of like teeter-totter, up and down, step forward, step backward. You're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel celebratory. You're going to feel it's a time and moment where stars are lining up. You know where you're going. It is kind of like a good meeting of the different kind of like things and different people. Four of Wands definitely always talks about going to the next level. I don't know, guys, if this can actually really relate to relationship, that somebody new is coming, and maybe you're wondering, well, do I really want to go with somebody new? I don't want to go. Hello, what are you doing? Huh? That's good. He's learning. He's learning when I'm ticked off, right? Or is this relating to you feeling, well, I don't know if I'm ready because there's so many other things going on in my life, that kind of a thing, right? So, but in any case, guys, you're not going to dwell too much. Sometimes you lose yourself in emotion. No, it's going to be really action. You might be going out. In Toronto, we have something that is called Winterlicious. And Winterlicious is a festival of all restaurants where every single restaurant is offering a menu. And that menu is like, 3-course, sometimes 4-course kind of a thing. So you go to a very, very expensive restaurants and they have it like very acceptable kind of like thing. So it's absolutely lovely to find it out and always take advantage of that. So you're getting harmony. So you guys, looks like that being out of balance or having a fear in which direction you really want to go, wondering, like, sometimes you find really parts of a person, other parts you really don't like, and you're really wondering which part is going to be more important. You're realizing that both of them are just simply creating this person of who they are, and it is just not so much kind of like judging them, they have to take that piece out, but rather kind of like, can you deal with that this is not really affecting your life? So it's going to be it's kind of like almost semantics, but it's a much different approach looking at it that way. So it is really, really kind of like really funny about that. So Barbie, you keep calling tiger a wish. Yeah, it's called Winterlicious. So Google Winterlicious Toronto, and it is really amazing. When I was working downtown Toronto, and it was just absolutely amazing that every single restaurant, like, and we have some really expensive restaurants in Toronto, like a Canoe, right? And that's a message from my dear Lottie. And Canoe is like, I don't know on which floor, you go up in the high rise, you see this entire Lake Ontario. It's very expensive, like really expensive, like talking about steak is like $70 or something. So you get this Winterlicious meal which is spectacular. I don't know, this whole 3-course meal for $30 or something like that. So it's amazing. So this was Pisces, right? So who do we go next? Well, let's go Scorpio. Scorpio. Ooh, something's flicked. Ooh, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. You Scorpios are cutting certain things off, and with a big smile on your face. This rose is not going to bloom here, and off you go. It is really interesting, but Queen of Swords, it can be also very, very good, because Tiger Stupid, he's eating the foot of the table. I put it on the Facebook. Like, this table that I'm doing the reading on is going to be for salvage. I love this table, but I guess I will need to take my sander and do a repair on it, because I actually enjoy doing that. Only thing, it's kind of hard to deal with the dust later because I live in an apartment. Let's go one more thing. Scorpio. Ooh. Well, there you go. I asked for 1 and I got 5. So we have the Star reversed, which kind of relates to Queen of Swords, and it can be Aquarian energy. You can simply talk about, we are going through this Aquarian transition, so hence you're really affected because I see the swords. It could be pulling up on the surface your insecurities, right? Something that maybe you thought is going to be long run and long term, right? But maybe it's not going in this direction. Maybe you're feeling disappointed. It's like going from 8 of Swords to 9 of Swords. It's like, what the heck do I do? Ooh, it's like a Bates Motel, right? What was this called that I still didn't see those series. I really want to. 9 of Swords is like my wash machine brain kind of a thing where you feel everything you grab. Like, what was it? A few days ago, I started to, or yesterday, everything went wrong. It's just like, sometimes everything goes right, but you have days when everything goes wrong. You literally, I want to go somewhere, I want to pick up this doggy gates, I have to get a gas first, and then I have to check the air. Like, nothing really bad, but like, I mean, sort of like a whole bunch of things. But then you also have 8 of Wands and 5 of Cups. So it's, again, I really see that even though there'll be things that you're going to like, this 8 of Wands, somebody's going to express their love for you. It looks like it's going to be some kind of like flirting attitude. It's going to be something. No. Now he decided to eat something else from the furniture. Like, I don't know like why they find furniture edible. How about I give you another toy? How about I give you another toy? You want your puppy toy? You want your puppy toy? You want your puppy toy? Puppy toy. Fetch. Fetch. There we go. Let's see how long is that going to last with Mr. Scorpio. So, 8 of Wands is about going forward. 8 of Wands is about things are coming at you and you're saying, bring it on. But I really feel it's going to be something disappointing. It's almost like, sounds like that you're sad over somebody telling you good things. Why is that, Scorpio? You feel stuck in a situation. You feel it's kind of like really hard to put things together. So Queen of Swords, sometimes she has the minimizing effect. Sometimes she goes, okay, I have to go back to the basics. This is really, really important. That's how I talk to Lati. Lati, no, you have to go minute by minute with me, like at times, because I really need to know really what I need to do with this puppy. Something like that might happen over here, that you're going to say, no, I have to go back to really, really basics. What is important? Like, important food is important. What else is important, right? You go layer by layer by layer, you know, like the 7 chakras. So let's see what angel message you get. I hope, you know, that he's not too spoiled. It's just like I didn't want him to bark. And there you go. He reads my mind. Oh my gosh. He's a number 11, guys. He's going to be highly intuitive. Forgiveness. I think it's just forgiving somebody. I don't think it's about some self-forgiveness or some self-inside. There was like something really bothered you. Somebody did something to you. And you're releasing them. But this is also kind of like good thing for you guys. You might be a little bit sad. You're always sad, like, you know, when you kind of like jump on a boat and you're going, then you're always sad because you're leaving people behind. But you need to look in the new adventure, and the adventure it is like kind of like really going forward, heading towards something that is good, something that is actually even better. So it's going to be a bittersweet week for you, Scorpio. And who I didn't do, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Cancer. I should give you tips on dog training. Oh my gosh, Lati, I'm lost. Like, without you, I don't know what the heck would be happening over here. So this is kind of like really, really good to hear. So let me see. So Lati, who is the mod in charge today? Like, who did you do it? You know that you always are the one who is assigning a mod, right? You kind of like say this, so I'm giving this to your capable hands. Cancer, what's going on for Cancer? You're getting like master reading, Cancer. So we are getting a Page of Cups repetition over here, like new people come into your life, kind of like being interested, growing something. This is still kind of like wink wink, smile smile situation, but it kind of like makes you feel good. But then we have a Queen of Pentacles, we have 7 of Wands. How do you like the 7 of Wands? Somebody's like maybe overly OCD, right? Over here, it's kind of like, no, we have to do it this way. So you might be dealing with a person who is very exact. You see, she kind of like minimizes other people, but in a good way. She's really wanting to take care of everybody. It's like the whole family. See the doggy and the kids and bringing things. It's sort of like getting really life organized. But the Ace of Swords is really talking about, okay, you know what? it's like that positive thing. It's a really good card over here, right? Because it really means kind of like cutting something off in order to go somewhere. It's almost like, let's see, you're getting your piece of the cake over here. So it's a really, really good thing. And Five of Swords is like kind of like really figuring out what fits. It almost sounds to me that you'll be dealing with a whole bunch of things. Almost like, as I see, somebody might be flirting and offering. Maybe you'll find for some people to be immature. Maybe other people are going to find they are like too pushy, or you feel that you're not going to fit into this whole concept of us. It's more or less to stay on your own. And maybe, you know, maybe you're going to be get the urge to clean everything around you, or you're going to feel, oh my goodness, you know, certain things like need attention at this stage, right? You're certainly going to feel a little bit aggressive or defensive in kind of like insisting on some points of yours, right? Five of Swords sometimes has, ability. He's just like walking around, and I have this like open doors, and he just like runs around this. Somebody is like here in the win and lose kind of a thing, and I think you'll have none of it. You're going to say, look, you know what, I'm self-sufficient, I know what to do, even though I have to tell you, you really don't know what to do right now this week, because Four of Cups really talks about indecision. Look at that. Well, do you really want this iced tea, lady? Right? No! Oh, come on, freaking try it. That's I was talking in my newsletter about, kind of like sometimes you need to try things. I hated pizza. Hated. And I wish I never tried it though now, and looking in retrospect, because I like it too much now. But I remember it was acquired taste for me, like a cauliflower, like pizza, and now it's kind of like my favorite. So, Cancers. You're actually moving forward without you even realizing you move forward. Enjoy these flirting moments, because flirting moments will be, but they're also going to be things that might be kind of like reoccurring from the past, which means it could be somebody from the past reappearing, but it could be like also that you feel that certain kind of like issues that have been really big issues in the past are right now no longer affecting you, or you're stopping. But there is like this whole essence of uncertainty. Tiger, no. It's the whole essence of how do I move forward. So I see the entire water is going to be a little bit confused, dealing with some kind of like emotions that might have been a little bit suppressed. And it's going to be very, very important to even go through that, even to know that this is happening, because how can you deal with something if you don't acknowledge this? And this is the green bowl that was like without this fluffiness when he got it. So, Tiger, you want a green? Green? No, he wants the camera. He wants to disconnect the camera. So if this happens, I don't know if I will be able to continue. So, come on. Green? Green. 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 Where are you? Where are you? Green. Green. Oh, look at that. Matrix was like this much from him. He didn't freak out, and he did not hiss. So that's really nice. Accept. Okay, so you see this moving back and forth. That's exactly how all water will feel. And you guys in particular, it's going to be, one moment is nice and sweet, another moment, oh my gosh, like when you're destroying everything. That's exactly how things might feel. Like, not really rocky, but he saw the cat. He saw Matrix. So the solution now is enthusiasm, as you can see, Mr. Bark over here. And do not let anything get in your way. Keep going, keep being positive. This is a really, really big week, guys. So do not, again, you have this 22, you have like 13 over here. Very important to push it forward. You are going through some kind of like big obstacle, and when you overcome it, like on the other side, it's going to be so much better. So sometimes you need to kind of like have this extra effort toward that goal. Okay, and the very last one is Earth. Earth. Oh, really? So Tiger barks each and every time when I play this puppy training things. He hears a doggy bark, and it's like he starts immediately. So Sophie's here on her perch, watching him like, oh my goodness, what is he doing? Kind of like, ugh. But I really think they sort of like are okay, even though when he comes on and he's bigger on them, they still feel a bit threatened. But I kind of like see this is going to probably come organically. He found his puppy toy. He's playing with us right now, which is good. All right. So Frank is still going. Woo, 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 woo. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't play with fire, right? What did I do? What did I do? Quiet? Quiet! Quiet! Lati told me I have to be firm. So we'll see how this works. I told you he semi-learned that. Semi. Because he does it on his own when he wants it. Right? Scorpio, right? Is he choking on something? He eats everything. From my slippers to everything. It's kind of like really a little bit destructive when he's around. Okay, Earth. 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 Lots of energy from Mr. Tiger. So, and it's kind of funny because usually Matrix being a boy, I always have a good boy, good boy, good boy. And because he's older, he's going to be, I think, 11 years old or 10 years old, something like it, because I don't know exactly his age this year. I didn't do that in a long time since I adopted him. So now me telling good boy to Mr. Tiger, Matrix reacted and he's coming to me and he's talking. This is so lovely. I just realized never stop. Never, never, never stop. Keep telling them. So, look at that. That's amazing. Tiger, what are you doing to all these people? Did I said I'm going to do it upright. Okay, I can read it upright because it's a new deck. So he is sending messages across the world, I guess. So. Let's do it. Let's do it. Earth. Let's see. Tarot Muha. Muha, which is spelled M-U-H-A in Croatian. In Czech, M-U-C-H-A means fly. Fly. It's just like my reading, fly on the wall, right? Tiger should be a healer. I can use some healing myself, but number 11, it's all over the place. They like to kind of like work as a team while they're young, and then poof, there. I think he's going to be service dog eventually. If he's 11, probably that's what he has in him. Okay, so Earth, 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 Earth. Oh, Marina, sorry to hear that you're sick. There's like a flu going on over here in Canada as well. Luckily, I work from home. When I go out, I don't touch anything. I have this hand cleaner. Ooh, my goodness. I've got a whole bunch of cards. You know, this is like when you follow the reading, which is kind of like guarding, telling me what to do instead of me telling this to go. But this is better because it really wanted to tell you all these messages. So you have a 7 of Cups. You have 9 of Wands, a woman over here. Then you have, what is this? A Page of Wands, reversed. 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. And then you have both, this is like a Page of Swords reversed, and the King of Cups. And I think his King of Cups was reversed, not sure. But anyhow, Earth. What on earth is going on? There is like no earth over here whatsoever. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards. Nothing. But it's obviously a spiritual message. Obviously there is something that is going on. There's like a need for clarification. You are again dreaming. You are again opening new horizons. You are almost like sounds like that some of you here are in a relationship that is going through some kind of like tension, and this is just normal in any relationship. We need to reestablish those boundaries. Easier said than done, but this kind of like means kind of like keep kind of like your state without harming somebody. That's that fine line, right? State what you want. So it could be like that you're feeling exhausted because of that, but it looks like certain things and insisting on certain things are going to really pay off because you're moving in this next direction. But you're moving into this next direction with being a little bit suspicious. And how do you basically work on that suspiciousness? You can hear the tiger, I guess, drinking his water. There is somebody spying, guys. So if this is not you spying on somebody to see, hey, did you tell me the truth? Then somebody might be spying on you, and be careful about that, right? You're really hoping for the best, but it looks like you're preparing for the worst, and it's going to be a good motto to go about this week. It's kind of like you're saying everything is possible, but I'm not going to close my eyes necessarily and kind of like allow everything to happen. So I really feel overall it's going to be a very positive week. Overall, it could be a very active week as well. In the end, I think by the next weekend, you're going to really start relaxing. You're going to really start feeling comfort. You're going to feel emotionally accomplished. You're going to say, I did overcome something. I didn't think I would, but I did. I feel good about that. So this is also telling social media or something that you really want to find out about somebody, or check who is checking you out as well. But it's going to kind of like really bear fruits in this particular case. It's going to be really good direction to go. So that's kind of a good thing to know right here. All right, so who do I start with first? Let's go with Taurus. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Marina, this is a good place to be because there's so many healers over here, all the mods for sure, right? And other people are almost getting there because they're coming here so frequently. So we not only do the reading, but there is like this Reiki energy that everybody can do. So it is really, really important to kind of like know it, right? So I'm here until the end. I love it. I love it. Good attitude. So Taurus, woohoo! The Lovers and the Four of Swords. Honestly, I saw this card and it reminded me of that movie with Brad Pitt. What was this called? Thelma and Louise. A lovely movie, guys. Tiger, stop. What are you doing? No, no, no. So you're taking a plunge, and this is not a bad car either, right? But at the same time, it almost looks like you want to go there, but you don't want to go there. You want to go there, you don't want to go there. So it is like some kind of like questioning about what to do. You might kind of, it's kind of like weird, and that's why it's kind of like really difficult dating an earth sign. Are any earth over here, guys? I'm going to just give you our air perspective. Is like, do you really like me? Do you really want to date me? So why in the world don't you say something? And Darla goes, well, I did. I took you out for dinner. I bought you a bouquet of flowers. Yeah, but then you didn't call me for 5 days. Well, I didn't want to push you. That's kind of like a thing that's going to be going on over here in your head. So you can now see, guys, how the rest of us feel when we deal with you. It's all good, guys. You definitely want to move in the new direction. There's opportunity for love, but you don't want to rush into it. So you will actually really study your victim. Let's call it the victim. And you also will be under the loop, under the microscope, as far as this kind of like is. It might be also, I really have to tell you that you will meet, if you guys into meeting people, it's going to be 2 or 3 people, and 2 of them are not going to work out. They're going to be immature. They're going to have their own kind of like things, and they're not going to be even self-aware. So just step out, and then you're going to meet somebody who's actually not even that flashy, who's not even maybe your type, but who has that quiet thing, right? It could be water sign, or it could be just like somebody who's really shy until, actually, believe it or not, I'm shy until I get to know other people. And then you cannot shut me up, kind of a thing, right? So that's somebody who actually has really things. So for example, you'll say, oh my gosh, you know, the shoes are really bothering me, right? And I really wanted to impress you, but I made an error, right? Or you know how the guys sometimes want to take you for a walk on the moonlight, and it's a horrible idea when you have stilettos and you don't want to tell them, but you're really, really suffering. And this person is going to read that. You don't even have to tell them. They would really know. So they're going to realize, oh my gosh, this person really, really wants something from me. It can also be a soft place to fall in at your work, in your company. What are you doing? No, you're not getting the table. He's actually scratching my foot that they put over that table leg and wants me to leave it so he can do what he wants to do. This dog is totally, I mean, he's like what, 3 or 4 years old right now in human age, and he wants to rule me. So let's see, Taurus, inspiration. Huh. And this is about painting something. This is about art. This is about getting out of your thing. So I really think it's going to be somebody you'll meet who is like very different from what your usual type, or you know, you need to open yourself to this new energy. This inspiration is the energy of this year, number 3. So it is very, very, very important to go with it. And I see the sun energy. Spend time outside in the sun. It's going to be very, very important. And you need to really decide that you're going in a new direction. Whether or not you're not dating, this also can talk about, hey, you know, just make this decision that you will go there. And sure, you can be reserved. Sure, you can be, you know, hesitant. Sure, you can check this person out. This is all normal. It's like so awkward meeting people basically on this dating sites, beyond awkward. I have to tell you, 20 years ago, because that's what I was doing, marketing, I was creating websites. These dating websites were basically the biggest clients, and they didn't know how to get people to do that. Nobody wanted to do it. It was shameful to say it. Now it's normal, and you know nothing about this person. Everybody's writing this beautiful profile, and then you meet them, right? So this was Taurus. Let's go to, who's next? Virgo. 2 wands, 2 wands. It is kind of like thinking. It is kind of like, do I really want to mop or do I want to sweep? Do I want to mop? Do I want to sweep? Right? It's moving it in your head which way would be the best way to move it forward. And yay, you got the Emperor. And the Emperor is like putting things together. And good for you. This is kind of like where, and who is this? This is a Virgo. And you're having like this tension, this 4 wands and the Emperor. You're feeling comfortable, you're feeling solid, you're feeling accomplished. Virgo, good for you. If you're like on the prowl, you will go for the prize. You will immediately know who this person is. There's a value to it. And the Emperor is giving you that energy of a person who is there to stay. It's almost like, hey, you know, I really look for you, right? And 2 of Wands is like kind of the hesitation, which I see that other people might also be there wooing for you, but you will kind of like have the clear idea who you will really, really not have any problems picking who is like, I mean, weeding out the bad ones, sort of putting it that way. 2 Wands is still kind of like talking about, well, I don't know if we will go all the way, but I'm certainly interested in a ride, kind of a thing. The Emperor represents Aries, so it could be even somebody in that sign, but as I'm saying, I'm seeing extremely strong fire and water also in your chart as well. So mind you, Taurus, I also see air as well, in particular over there. So let's see what angel messages you're getting. Marina, as far